Welcome to the Big Easy. Today in New Orleans, Louisiana, Caesars Superdome, home of the R+L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Troy's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with the double.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the run, it's Key. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. With the catch, it's Mason. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this.
Oh, out of space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. To the ground, he's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
It's complete to the right. There he goes. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. The run to the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll run it to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this 1st drive.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the field goal unit is on the field. If they pick the spot, it's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Late night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Use the play fake, now the throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Back to the ground game on the left.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They want to run it left here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
To the air. It's Herbstreit. Now improvising. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Takes a handoff. It's Key. Finds some fresh air. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looking for room. It's Grant. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Second down. Back to pass. It's Herbstreit. Punch it out of the air. Turning it on. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They go to the ground. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Let's talk for a minute about Troy. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man to the left. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Here comes the heat. Quickly out to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Herbstreit. Looking to the big tight end.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall.
Gonna take a shot. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Looks as if we have an injury on. Last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
All right, defense, it ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The offense knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
The defense there has their backs against the wall. That's a great job of really just gearing down, getting some push up front, not giving away anything, and making that play and that tackle.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Here's the handoff. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And it's in there for a touchdown.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets it out quickly. Quick timeout call on the offense after the play. And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Completes it in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Trojans will punt this one away. Nestles it in at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here, too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before that.
And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, thanks. Talk about an entertaining first half and always such a fun and vibrant environment there at the New Orleans Bowl. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And the Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Slips through the line. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with a foot on the accelerator, looked really...
Breaks into the open. Got the first down and still on his feet. The tag. No one's going to get him. Touchdown.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
The Trojans come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's key. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown.
Turning on the Jets. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Fires to the tight end. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. There he goes. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to
got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse
just keeps moving. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Troy. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin. I think it's fair to say he didn't exactly have blazing speed on that one, but efficiently maneuvers his way into the end zone.
He had enough speed, Reese, to get into the end zone. That's what he had. That's all you need. You don't have to have the fastest 40 down in the world. Can you get in the end zone? Yes, he can.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll go back to work on offense. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead, put a drive together here and build on that lead.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Looking for a gap. It's Grant. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
It's complete on the right side. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the back. And they didn't get it forward and edge. Defense wins the battle up front. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Herbstreit. Got him downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run on the doorstep. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the red zone, looking for a space. Snagged out of the air. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Trojans. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. On the run, it's Grant. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Running back searching for a hole. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Herbstreit. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on third down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge third down conversion for this offense.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Got enough for the first down. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Gonna run it. It's Suggs. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Catch in the middle, it's Suggs. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. waiting in the red zone here on second down. Takes the handoff. It sucks. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Bounds into the end zone for a touchdown.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to add another. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Going to swing it on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the fill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
Now, I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.